Tommy Robinson, real name
Dr.
Stephen
Lee.
Yaxley Lennon.
Hear my
He founded the English Defence League, led street marches protesting against Muslims, and he presents himself in the podcast as a perfectly reasonable person who is the victim of a grand conspiracy by the British establishment to shut
For
him
example,
down.
I'm in love, but my heart's
saying
been
to him, well, actually,
surgery.
went to jail. Was it really for just speaking up against the power, or was it for inciting racial hatred? That's what's missing.
Well, I also think one of his concerns is when it comes to creating this podcast, is integrating a few ads, and as you say, they're very on brand with a conservative view. The difference is if we went out and started our own podcast, independent podcast, that would be happy if you're getting 100 grand to take over a year. If you're creating something new, he's also got a very different lifestyle. So when something he's working for Carl Stefanovic with a mansion that he's building, and he's, I hate to use the word jet setting lifestyle, but I think with the fuel crisis, the jet set is sort of back. But he has higher expectation of living standards, I would say. So when he's looking at monetizing something, he's got to be making 10 times as much as your average podcaster. So he's not thinking, I'm going to make 200 grand a year out of this and that'll pay the bills. He's thinking, I'm going to monetize this at $2 million. His issue with that is, alright, there's one thing interviewing Barnaby Joyce and Pauline Hanson, and then Barnaby Joyce and Pauline Hanson,
Peter
Barnaby Joyce, and Peter Evans. Just to break it up a little bit, back to what, that's one thing. They are conservative politicians. We can argue till the cows come home how to dissect the wheel of left to right hand and where they. Tommy Robinson is something different in as far as when people talk time behind bars, his view, as well as he does present, and he does a great job of making the mainstream. When you start not interviewing him and interviewing his fine, when you start advocating for him, you are positioning yourself outside of the conservatives
Dr. Lee,
and really out of the fringes, not to interview him, but to start saying, you're courageous, you're a great bloke. It's not, that's not an interview, that's publicity.
Yeah, and it's funny because I feel like Tommy Robinson could deal with a challenging interview. That's how he has made himself famous, is being a figure of controversy. I don't think necessarily he would have expected to go on a provocative podcast and just be allowed to just say whatever he wants and to be not challenged at all. He's up for the challenge. He's up for the fight. That's his brand.
Tommy knows